this. Yeah, so Monster Still Loves You in 2017 update on January 26th by Snuggle Pilot. Full gamepad and Steam streaming support. You can now sit on your couch comfortably and scroll through the game without mouse or keyboard. Fun for the whole family or house parties. Full touchscreen support while we're at it. Full native Linux support. And then, thanks to the completely new engine on the back end, your Monsterly adventures will be running faster, smoother, and with at least 3 more fidelities than were ever possible. Now, if we had a current ongoing adventure, it would have been jucked. Gone, but we did not have a current ongoing adventure. We're going to start brand new in this crazy new world we're living in. Tremendous. Alright, let's go ahead and launch the game. Monster loves you. The monster does, in fact, love you. Believe it or not.
Launch fighters.
Launch fighters, yes. Launch monsters. Ah. No, Grimith, you don't need to close that. You need to open it. Go! What? What? Oh, it completely fucked with my settings.
Go!
What? What? Okay.
Fool.
Hold on.
Moron. Idiot.
I'm used to this
Dodo.
thing launching in my 1280-720 window. Wasn't quite used to it doing this. Alright. Well, I have to create a new source, or will it still work? Oh, it still works, but that's not sized properly. Hold on. Let me resize this. Like there? Is there good? And don't worry, I'll disappear the text in a minute. I need to size this appropriately first. Is that fine? Almost. A little bit. That's good enough. Okay. Let's disappear me. I'm melting, ah! Right-click, fit the window. No! You don't control me, Von Grimm. You get out of here. You go play Cluster Truck. Let me go grab my bag of dice as well. Okay, Monster Loves You viewer choice. We've not participated in, I believe, the 4 runs we've done of this over the years. Monster Loves You is an adorbs little game with nice music and aesthetic, I do believe. The purpose of the game is to, well, guide a monster. Yes, I do have a D100. I feel as if I've had this question before, but I have a D100. Purpose is to guide a monster, presumably to a fruitful life. And perhaps influence society if your character should live long enough. No votes. The dice are for determining... You know what? Fuck you, Vice. I'm not going to bother answering your question. Of course there's votes. It's the purpose of viewer choice. So, the endings that we've gotten thus far... Also, by the way, this can't be version 1.0. We have Universal Prosperity. We've gotten this twice, thanks to viewer choice. We've gotten Brave Legacy. We dissolved into the vat, but we had Bravery as our focus. And then we had Monster Annihilation, where all of the monsters died. Also, I might need to turn down the game audio considerably for you kids. Let's do that. To, like, there. Like so. Actually, could probably do that from here. That way the soundboard will still be just as loud. Anyway, Von Grimm, if you're still there, what I wasn't doing, I wasn't moving the source in OBS. I was actually resizing the game window. And you can't very well just right-click on any old game and have it fit to window. Still, I appreciate your attempt to help. Okay, let's go ahead and get this party started here. So yes, we've done 4 runs, we've gotten 3 endings. It's time to do another one. Yes. Don't you backseat stream me. Long ago, deep in the forest, monsters call the whale mist. Oh wow, the graphics really look so much different now. This is weird. They updated this game, it looks beautiful. Gorgeous. Long ago, nestled in the heart of the forest was the monster village of Omen. You are born from slime that holds the memory of monsters known for... Well, folks, we're going to get this party, there's a voting party, started already. We're going to run 30-second polls, just as a warning. I know there's a bit of a longer delay these days with RTMP, but it's going to transpire, on which we quickly mow through these options. Because we got things to do. Now, in theory, I say this in theory because the voting options may be a little fucking broken. They now in 2.0, Beam 2.0. There will be a pop-up dialog that'll appear at the top of your chat. You click on vote, you can vote for one of the options, and then time will expire, it'll show which of the options has won, and then you can dismiss it, and in theory we'll be able to keep going through these polls. In practice, a number of folks have noted that they haven't seen pop-ups, that's option 1 that won by the way, and that the system has auto-voted for them. So we'll see how this goes. Beam 2.0, failing us on multiple fronts. Yes, I do note, by the way, that should I end up switching to FTL protocols, Daven, the live streamer service will not work. That is a number of complaints that I've heard about the FTL things, that the live streamer protocol does not work. And yes, you can switch back to Legacy. Alright, so we're known for actions and attitudes. You're not awake yet, but soon your first eye will open. Your simple dreams will give way to life itself. But what is it that we dream of, everyone? Fighting and eating and screaming? Facing frightening enemies unafraid? Or protecting innocent monsters from harm? Usual electrical college. And also, with this new Beam 2.0 interface, I can't even vote. I am not able to vote using the pop-out chat overlay. I'd have to go to my own stream page. So for whatever reason, at least for me, voting does not work with pop-out chat. Yeah, Von Grimm. 40. Option 2 is 1, by the way. I've certainly received word from God that I've regurgitated back at people. Matt has confirmed that server ingests, like the server provider, I won't go too much into details here, have smoothed out issues for North American things, but I don't broadcast in FTL for a few different reasons. Primarily, it doesn't support the local recording that I want to do. It doesn't really even support local recording at all. And also, they haven't added FTL transcoding options for everyone, not just yet. But primarily, I wouldn't use it until they installed an effective local recorder. Anyway, option 2. Your body is turning and twisting, growing in the middle of a great vat of green slime. It's time to be born. Hooray! Let's be born, everyone. Haven't you ever wanted to be born? You awaken in the growing season, when the forest is erupting with color. Your eye is open. You're a morsel, just barely born. You float in the spawning vat. Dozens of other morsels are exploring, flailing, and stealing food from each other. You want to try to swim or kick out your legs? But yeah, and I know that adding an effective local recording to the FTL version of OBS is one of the 573 versions things that's being worked on, but that's a deal breaker for me. VODs on Beam are higher sizes than what I record, at lower quality than what I record. And, I'm not going to download it from Beam just to upload trash to YouTube. And I'm not going to run option 2 is one, by the way. I'm not going to run a second recorder to handle local recording, because that would tax my CPU more than I feel comfortable with doing.
Hold!
Pick out your legs. You bend and squirm, making your tiny legs grow and strengthen. Neat. Poles are buggy again. Yeah, Yeah, it's a thing. We might not actually even be able to play and run Monster Loves You with that in mind. Because of how trash the poll system currently is. It's funny how the Beam Legacy poll system actually works better than Beam 2.0's. Whether, we'll try doing this a bit longer, otherwise, maybe I'll just have to let the dice decide for us. Yes, XSplit can FTL now as well. Folks have experienced varying degrees of success and issues with that. Yes, that's a completely different architecture. They rebuilt the site from the ground up. You'll notice that the sparks don't auto-update in the top right corner on Beam 2.0, unlike with Legacy. Damn you, Angular, where have you gone? Well, Tachyon also isn't being supported anymore. You do get sparks, you just have to refresh the page. It's just not updating. Just like how you can spend sparks. They do get spent. Your legs are strong, but more importantly, you feel no fear. Darn strength. You paddle in a circle, then go back and forth, ignoring other morsels who hiss and spit at you. Yeah, it doesn't real-time update unless you're on Legacy. Another morsel swims towards you. It opens its mouth to show a set of small, sharp teeth. It bites you. Well. I didn't get a pop-up this time for the poll. I swim away from the toothy morsel, or what? This is intolerable. Stop that biting.
Fool.
Let me actually go to my page. No, the poll definitely did pop up. It just didn't pop up for me. That's good. I'm glad.
Stupid.
I'm glad. Thank you, Beam Interface. Hitbox better than Beam, confirmed. Alright, option 2 is 1. Convincingly so. You pause, unable to believe that another morsel, that's what we're doing, Larian, is trying to eat you. After a moment, you snap out of it and start to move again. So shall we resist it? Shall we kill it? Or shall we unite other morsels to repel this attack? Murder! Slaughter! It didn't pop up for me again. At least the results pop up for me. Beam 2.0. Ah. Sad. Alright, option 2 it is. We might not be able to do Monster Loves You today, folks. Grrr! You rip into the violet morsel. It has fangs. But do you have claws? Yes! Yes, Beam 2.0's polling system will auto-vote, apparently, too. Mysterious and spooky. I'm just wiggling my fingers now. Well, it looks good, but we might have to leave Monster Loves You behind. I would create a poll to see whether or not you wanted me to skip Monster Loves You, but I get a feeling it would auto-vote for most of you anyway. I don't think so, Siverus. No. I'm certainly in the chat. Although I've had the chat pop up for so long. Here's another thing, too. If you're in a chat for long enough, your viewer list completely disappears. So you're not able to see any viewer at all until you refresh. which means it's hard for you to add people because there's no autocomplete. You have to type out the full entire name. What the hell? I'll refresh my chat, though. Woo! I could see a viewer list again, Mom. Max McMahon can't save us from this, everyone. Your first snarl. Excellent. When the fight is over, you're Wouldn't it be funny if I just, like, created, like, hitbox polls and linked you to, like, my hitbox page, and we used the poll option there? Better than straw poll. Better than beat. Hitbox polls. Oh, that tickles me. You and me.
Fool.
Was a tyranny. Your first snarl, excellent. When the fight is over, you're chewing on the other morsels of pie, which is all that remains. Serve that morsel right. Splash, flutter, splish, squeak. Another morsel is too weak to swim properly. It's sinking toward the bottom of the spawning vat. Alright. Let's see, there's 3 options here. We can ignore it and swim on. Too bad, but these things happen, or oh no, that's terrible. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna do it. Just be weird. I could certainly do it, just be weird. If anything, I just might let the dice talk for us. So much for viewer choice. Your viewer interactivity will have to come through the soundboard. Let me start getting out a few dice. Let's see. D6. Option 3 is 1. D10. D12.
Jerk.
Where's my D8?
Nerd.
Oh!
D8.
Oh!
There you are. Good. Reconfigure the soundboard to 4 options and go after which one you hear the most often? No, 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 no. That sounds like a headache waiting to happen. Sounds like a headache waiting to happen.
Cool.
Oh no. That's terrible. You feel a deep sense of injustice at the smaller morsel's impending demise. If only you could do something about it. Let's do something about it. Option 2. Let's try and think of something. You rack your newborn brain. Wait. There, some animal bones and sticks. Rotting at the bottom, half hidden beneath the slime clumps. We'll prop up the dying morsel. Swimming to the bottom. We'll get it all jammed together good and tight. And make sure nobody messes with what we've created. And we help the morsel. We did it. We got dizzy. Hooray! You have grown too big for the spawning vat. You must move on to the next stage of life and become a monsterling, everyone. If you want to ask for any advice or be like, no, I don't want to grow up. Use dice pad? No. Dice bag. I have a bag of dice, yes. I have so many dice that it would be silly to not keep them in there. I have to keep them in a container of some kind, and for that I use a bag.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not
Baby.
kidding you.
Baby.
No.
Stupid.
No. It's logical. It's smart. You keep the dice in a container.
Oh!
Idiot. Nerd.
Yes, Von Grimm, that also means that I would have to configure that right now, on the fly, while doing a broadcast.
Fool.
I could certainly do that. You're not wrong. But a bit busy here. We're doing it live. No.
Loser.
Alright, the Brood Cave and Adventure. Here we go. Your D14. Fucking D14. Alright, Adventure.
Oh.
That's 12 options. Let's roll
Oh.
the D12.
Oh!
2.
Baby.
Something is scurrying along the walls and the ceiling and the floor. Spiders as big and round as plates. They're swarming into the cave. You can't tell whether they're friend or foe. Confront them, stay between them and the other monsterlings, or throw blots to them as a sacrifice. You know, like someone for each phase, like Dragon Pass. No, 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 no. I could have a giveaway thing to have options being chosen like that. That's an idea, but no, I don't want to do it that way. It certainly is a viable idea, just not one I like. Option 1 it is. We'll confront them. One does not simply walk into plate spiders. How will you approach them? One does not simply walk into plate spiders. Alright. Can't see the stat numbers? Yeah, I know. Neither can I. It's part of the new interface. It might not be that supportive of the screen size. I'll probably be able to click on those options. I can't change the size of the window and make it bigger, though. I could, but it would clip off, unless I downscaled it in the OBS output, which I'm not going to do, and I'm not going to restart the screen, so we're not going to be able to see the numbers. Option 1. Again, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Shall rush to meet them.
Baby.
You spring forward, claws bared, and ready for anything. The spiders halt as one, look at you with many eyes, then turn and leave the cave. Okay. Alright. Here we go. We'll let that run for a few minutes. What do we do about Monster Loves You? The other Ryan voted for you. Possible I'm the only one. Because, Beam has taken about 55 steps back. That's totally not hyperbole with the poll system as it currently exists. At least, the one for Beam Legacy was crude but functional. This one doesn't even function. So, we can either continue on, as we are doing, and some folks will get poll options some of the time, and then other times you'll have something vote for you. I can have the dice determine everything, or we just skip this game and move on. Well, it's not as if the poll option's suddenly going to fix itself during this marathon, the only Ryan. It's not going to be like, oh, 6 hours later, boom, it's better. So putting this on hold until it improves. Well, it's just going to be like the next time I do marathons, sometime in late February.
Baby. Baby.
Yeah, baby. God. Oh, boy. Alright, let's take a look at the results here. We'll let that go for another minute or two. Although that looks like about all the folks we have active who want to participate in chat. The rest of the people are like laying in bed asleep, or like fixing food, or playing with their kids. Or not even really there, they just don't care. But at least we have a shopping jingle. What will the viewers vote for? What will the viewers vote for? It's your choice. Shall we have... No. No, no round robin singing. No. Everything is ruined. Everything is ruined. No. No.
Hold! Hold!
Halt. Stop. Stop. Gonna vote some stuff. Gonna vote lots of stuff. Alright, looks like vote is fairly divided between... Okay, so we have 12 votes for have the dice choose, 7 votes for keep going as is, and then 6 votes for quit and move on to something else. So it looks like, by popular vote, we're gonna have the dice choose everything. On the one hand, that means we'll get through a playthrough quicker. So I guess that's cool. Okay. No! No! No, I'm not ready! No! Stop! 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 Oh!
Hold!
God damn it! Cam dice, that's not really feasible. There's no way I could feasibly, like, balance the, well, I guess it might be possible. We'll try. Cam dice, cam dice. Tidings of terror and blood. Terror and blood. Okay, cam dice. Of terror and blood. Catch the dice draw box. No, it's a matter of, like, camera positioning. Like, it's not how this webcam works. It's hard enough for me to even do this, like, capturing my keyboard. Okay. Okay, fine. Oh, tidings of terror and blood. I guess we're doing this. Oh, tidings of terror and blood. Okay. All in mind, they shook in front of monitors. Their teeth they did but grind. Is there gonna be enough room? I guess. That should be all I need. D6, D8, D10, D12. I don't think I'll need a D20. Alright, that'll be fine. That's gonna be really hard to see results, though. Maybe. I will crop this camera. And then zoom it in? Maybe. Hold on. Professionalism coming in here, folks.
Nerd.
That's not really gonna work out. It's gonna have to land in the exact fucking right spot for it to be zoomed in. This... Especially since I'm going to decrease the size of this window, because I'm certainly not broadcasting it there and completely obscuring the game.
Go!
Like, that's about what we're looking at here. And that's not gonna show you anything. Move it so... I'm not gonna... Fuck you, Blade Killer! Let me just yank the webcam down every single time? No, I'm not. That's a 1, by the way. I don't have a plate to throw it on. So what if I throw it on a plate? That still doesn't save anything. And then just, what, focus on the plate? God, that hurts. That was an annoying sound effect. Let's never do that again. Need a hanky. What the hell, chat? Jesus. Can the dice locate the webcam? So what, I roll it and then, like, show it to you guys? I guess you're able to watch my hand and check to see whether it's legit. Sure. Fucking people, I'm an oracle and a necromancer, not a damn sorcerer. My immersion.
Loser.
Could always use a digital die. You're right, I certainly could. You're not wrong. I could do plenty of things with my life. Why would I cheat? These are all tucked in. Alright. They can be tucked. Cool. I don't care about getting any of the endings. Alright, so you folks won't be able to see the kindness option. Whatever. Let's just fucking move on. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with a D11 for this. Or D12, excuse me. If I roll a 2, I'll just pick it. That's an 8. 8. Which takes us to here. Nash Nash tumbles into you, screaming and chased by Sickle, who is also screaming. 1 through 3, what's all this then? 4 through 6, stick your head under another monster. It's a 3. What's all this then? Nash Nash and Sickle are trying to make each other's ears bleed by screaming. Sickle is winning and Nash Nash is running. Alright, rolling a D8 because all of my D4s have been given to friends who've never returned them to me, and I'm not buying more. Fucking D4s. Stupid shitty pyramid die. That's a 4. Ask them politely, of course, to stop screaming. The contest ends at once as the combatants unite against their common foe. Their common foe? Their common foe. Ooh, their common foe. That would be you. Both monsterlings bite your paws and wander off, friends again. Alright. Great. I know they're fucking caltrops. D10. 2. Hamrag, an adult monster, sleeps in a big pile of monsterlings. Everyone is comfortable. Comfy. Blot's giggling sticks lichen in all 4 of Hamrag's nostrils. Hamrag's eyes shoot open as he starts to choke. Blot shushes you with a threatening scowl. That's a 6. We're gonna help Blots out. You jab a stick into one of Hamrag's nostrils and there's an explosion of snout snot. All the monsterlings are covered. Disgusting! Hamrag rages and punches the cave wall, shattering stone without even using his claws. Who did this? Who plugged me up? I guess we're gonna come forward. Rawr. You step forward and accept punishment. Hamrag squashes you almost flat. Ow, then strides out of the cave. Alright, gonna roll this D10 again. I guess if I get a 2, then I'll pick. 8. Just you to answer. Dices feel right. Dices? Gobclaws pulls you into a side tunnel. There's something under there, she says, pointing to a huge pile of bag guano. Will you help me dig it out? 3. We'll help. Gobclaw starts digging on the left and you start digging on the right. She's right, there is something solid under all this poop. We're gonna dig deeper, get stinking, beat Gobclaws to the whatever it is. You uncover several animal skulls, a very surprised snake, and youch, a tiny little metal blade. It's a tiny human knife. We're gonna show it to Gobclaws. It's another fucking 3. Gobclaws cuts herself in the blade and touches it. She runs off. As soon as she touches it, she runs off, still holding it, to tell Elder Marinus, "Hey, come back here." By the time you catch up to her, she has given the knife to Marinus. She says, "It's good that you brought this to me. Human artifacts are very dangerous." Okay. You're halfway towards leaving becoming an adolescent. Firm up your personality as much as you can. D8. Go. That would be a 4 on the D8. Takes us to Little Foxman. A roly-poly stumbles into the brood cave, leans against a rock and coughs. It looks vaguely at you and the other monsterlings, showing no fear. We're going to talk to the fox, the 1. I feel like I'm just running through this shit. The fox says, "Hello, I am a talking cough, 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 hack, hack, cough," and it drools and spits. It's really sick. 5. We're gonna mind our own damn business. While you stand idly by, Nash Nash pounces on the fox, tears off its head, and eats it. Blots and Gobclaws move in for a few bites, which Nash Nash graciously shares with them. Looks like we're gonna leave them to it. They finish the fox off and throw its tail to the lichen pile. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. D8. If I roll that 4 again, I'll pick. 4. Looks like I'm picking. I choose the snake. What's that noise from the spawning vat? Go and see. You're right. Oh, bye. Gotta fight a snake, maybe. Not your problem. They're just marshals. You shrug and walk back into the cave. Sometime later, the snake crawls past you. Its body is weighed down by a dozen bulging, trembling lumps. Okay. 5. Gets us to, like, the fighting cloud. What's that noise? Buzz, buzz, buzz. So annoying. Changel, Changel, and Smark run from the sound, covering their ear holes. It's getting louder! Louder! Let's try to do something about it.
Jerk.
What was that? I can't hear the buzzing. Try to do something about it! Alright, you head in that direction. Let's see whether we approach cautiously or act quickly. Looks like we're gonna act quickly. We're gonna slash whatever we find. Ah, it's a stab wasp nest. You crush them by the hundreds. Finish it. But we got stung all over, apparently. Good. Good. I'm glad. If I roll a 5 again, I guess I'll pick. 4. Shield. Smark falls from a high ledge. He falls all the time, but wait, what's that? It's a big bat trying to gnaw pieces out of him. Cheer for the bat. Oh, try to separate them without hurting either. Sad. I know, Larian. All these things we've never seen before. You run over and get between them. The bat emits a series of high-pitched squeaks and flies away. Smark emits a tired whine and slinks into the shadows. Okay.
Baby.
I think the only thing I won't resign the dice to is, it's like whether we're just gonna, like, dive into the vat. You know what? Maybe we will. Maybe I will fucking resign that to the dice anyway. Fuck it. If we just decide to just jump into the vat, then we jump into the vat. Oh my, you wake up and find that you're no longer little monsterling. You're growing up. We're gonna go with the Elder.
Hold!
Shuffles down the long tunnel and we keep following. Erina stops in a warm, humid chamber with a pit in the floor. And we're gonna wait for her to make us go. Marinus pushes you in with a sweep of her tail. Looks like we're just gonna instead of playfully swipe at her tail.
Fool.
It all seems so reckless. You fall and fall some more. And other monsterlings are falling. You can't see through the mist, or is it fog? Maybe clouds. Must be somewhere. And with a 1, we're gonna get the hell out of the way. You rejoin some of the monsterlings at the edge of the mist. There are more passages out of here than you can count. Some monsterlings begin to panic, while others look determined. Maybe someone should lead. The other monsterlings continue to mill around in the misty cavern. We're gonna follow someone who seems confident. Hello, hello. One of the biggest monsterlings starts to walk with a determined stride. You and the others follow. We lose sight of everyone, and now there's hundreds of ghost things, which are spooky. And we're gonna stand fast. Ghosts speak in many voices, all hollow and distant, all in unison. Do you fear? We're gonna wait and say nothing. Yes, I threw a 2 on a D6. Which would mean that when there's 2 options, 1 through 3 would be 1, and 4 through 6 would be 2. The ghosts stare into and through you as though you're the one made of mist. One sharp voice speaks from behind you. Why are you here? Well, I'm not gonna flip a coin. Like, so, I'm rolling a D6 here, and 1 through 3 would be 1, and 4 through 6 would be 2. Because the only D2s I've got are coins.
Stupid.
2. We're going to lecture the ghost about the monster life cycle. You take a deep breath and begin to explain how monsterlings make the change into adolescent monsters.
Nerd.
Stress is like heat, cooking our minds and bodies so they can enter a new state of being. We'll continue to explain things. First, our growing bodies must be destabilized so we can take on our more diverse forms.
Nerd.
Then we must...
Nerd.
Alright. That's how we ended up. Monsterlinghood. Great. Let's keep going. We're not awful. We've certainly had better characters, though. Anyway, no question time. We know how this goes, damn it. I'm gonna go ahead and enter the big bad world. Drop that beat like Rop Wheat Crete? What? No. The ghost didn't eat us. We just fell asleep, and now we're groated up now. Yeah, they've definitely changed the graphics and some stuff that we can see around in the game. Looks really cool. I like it. So what is that? That's 10 options. D10. Go for the good of the city. That would be a 5. Feather. Something smells good. You and Gobclaws find a trail of feathers at the edge of town. Following, you find an eagle with a bleeding wing. Is that good? For several hungry monsters? Possibly. For 2 small ones, maybe not. This eagle is big, and hurt or not, he could probably mess you up pretty bad. 4. We're gonna go ahead and get help for the eagle. You leave Gobclaws to guard the eagle, and run for the spine doctor. She brings bandages and a soothing salve. So we're going to help the spine doctor tend to the eagle. Works quickly, and soon the bird can fly again. Yay! Vice, it's the same die here. This is still our die, Vice. Come on, Vice. Work with me here. Don't make me remove you from this channel. Still a D6. So when there's 2 options, 1 through 3 equals 1 and 4 through 6 equals 2. When there's 3 options, 1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, and 5 and 6 is 3. If there's 4 options, I'd use this D8. If there were somehow 5 options, I'd use this D10. Alright, let's go ahead and roll the D10 again. If I roll a 5, I'll pick 7. Which would be this. Canillo Aslet limps towards you. He points one huge eye at you and cackles. God damn it, 41st millennium. Not now.
He is the master of mankind by the will of the gods, and the master of a million worlds by the might of his inexhaustible armies. He is a rotting carcass, writhing, invisibly power from the dark age of technology.
Anywho, I don't think we've ever seen this one before. Maybe we have. We've seen a lot of shit in this game.
Go. Yet in his deathless state, the Emperor
continues his eternal vigilance.
Mighty battle fleets cross
No, only Ryan, I don't think so. We've seen this game plenty enough. So I'm not going to disable the soundboard for it.
The psychic manifestation of the Emperor's will.
We're going to help him out.
Vast armies give battle in his name, and uncounted worlds. Greatest among his soldiers.
You soon find yourself dangling from the power lines over the main street of Omen. The break is ahead, and now it could get dangerous. It's still funny for me, if not for you. We're gonna get out there and fix that line fast. You scurry out onto the power line and patch it before much electrical fluid leaks out. Something gets on you and it hurts like crazy.
Moron.
Mutants, and worse.
be
Be man in such times is to be one amongst untold billions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. Forget the power of technology and science, for so much has been forgotten, never to be relearned. Forget the promise of progress and understanding, for in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. There is no peace amongst the stars, only an eternity of carnage and slaughter, and the laughter of the thirsting gods. Alright, D.
Nerd.
Good timing. 8. A small crowd gathers in the square. Prudence and Gritmitten are in some kind of argument. Okay. Wonder if they added new events for this. Or maybe I've just completely fucking forgotten because we typically take long breaks between playing this game. We're gonna go see what they're arguing about. Nash whispers to you. Gritmitten says he saw a human wearing a coat made from a monster's hide. What? Prudence says she saw it too, but it was just a costume. You watch the elders discuss the situation calmly and quietly with only a little clawing and spitting. 5. We're going to investigate this by running off to the human city of Carmen, apparently. Neat. I guess. You set out, but before you're halfway through the whale mist, you find yourself caught. Hamrag shakes you and tosses you to the ground. We're gonna give in to Hamrag's authority. Sigh. Hamrag says, you know better than the ghosts so close to humans. You're too young. The debate rises into shouting and rock throwing a few times, but it's mostly civil. What does that do to Gritmitten's temper? That makes Gritmitten's temper flail like lightning, naturally. Okay, keep watching. Humans have made clothing out of monsters. Prudence insists that he's mistaken. Neither shows any signs of backing down. The other elders walk away. Perhaps now the arguers would listen to you, little buddy. We're gonna support Gritmitten. He's smart. Gritmitten smiles at you and says, beware the humans with their knives. They could kill and skin every one of us if they learn where our towns are. Sounds reasonable to me. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's throw the D8 again. 4. So, 4. Let's go into the forest. It's such a nice day today. Perfect weather to wander outside of town, though you're not really supposed to leave Omen until you're older. Apparently we're going to walk the forest pass nearish Omen. What glorious weather! The sun is shining, the birds are singing. Oh yes, this event. We're going to keep walking. Why not? You really don't see why young monsters are supposed to stay in town. What's going to hurt you out here? A squirrel? A tree? Hey, what was that? You think you see a bear? Or is it a human? Looks like we're finally going to turn around and go home. Good idea. You avoid further trouble and spend the rest of the day sunning yourself. Okay.
Baby.
Baby. D6 it is. 5. Rocks. Oh boy. Smark set up a human chess set. You sit down to play. You don't know the rules, but a smart monster like you should. Let's ask Smark how to play. Pieces of move some of them around that knocks one over with another. It must be a fighting game. Aha! Push all your pieces down and taps his head. Sounds like victory. Aha! Smark picks the 16 short pieces and you get the 16 ones with different shapes. He makes one of his short guys kick over your horsey. Use the Inferno Gambit, set the board on fire. Dragon Defense blows Smark's pieces off the board. Feet of Clay, glue Smark's pieces to the board. Or Avalanche Attack, kick the board over. Dragon Defense. We're gonna blow Smark's pieces off the board. With that 4. Okay. Cleverness plus 15. Most of Smark's pieces fly off the board, but he's able to save one. You both enjoy the rest of the game. Neat. I like it. D6 again. If it's a 5, I'll pick 6. So we're gonna go with that monster there going, oh noes! Ah. 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 I guess we're not. Alright, we're not. That answers that. Never seen that happen before. Cancel, try again. Okay. There we go. Good idea. Good idea. Good idea. Whoa. Nash Nash is picking on the tiny bliss tree. She gets knocked down every time she gets up. Nash Nash asks if you want to help. Alright, so again, explaining this. There's 4 options. I have a D8. So we're going to treat it like a D4. 1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, 5 and 6 is 3, 7, 8 is 4. 7. That's a 4. I would rather fight you, Nash Nash. Ferocity, without even a thanks. Blitztree runs away, leaving you and Nash Nash to tussle in the street. Do you push the attack? Nope, Blitztree's safe. We're good. You turn and walk away. Nash Nash tackles you from behind and begins slashing your back with your claws. The two of you struggle until you're both hurt too badly to Thanks, fool. If you refresh the page, you should have access to all of the wonderful Grim emotes. Good fight. Oh, boy. Alright. D4 time. 1 day left. 1. Blotz waddles over to you. I'm all out of snacks. Got any to spare? We'll regard Blotz for a moment. Blotz is tiny. And we're gonna tell him to go fuck himself.
Fool.
Excuse me, sorry. Blotz says, you're kind of mean. Okay. So, we've got 68 bravery. We've got 45 cleverness. We've got 23 ferocity. We've got 27 honesty. And we've got 45 kindness. Adolescence is fleeting. You have grown beyond youth and have become an adult. Yay! You've been dragged from your bed by your friends and neighbors. I guess we're gonna say who, what, where, the what questions. They tell you it's time to grow up and we're taken into the woods. We're thrown into the circle of a great center of a great circle of monsters. They get on, they murmur and mutter, spit and snarl. What best defines me as a monster? Apparently we're just gonna wait patiently. After a while, it stops, and the monsters come to a decision. They're crowding around us. What do they want from us now? That's good, sheep. How's it going, man? This is typically a vote with viewer choice, but the beam pulse system is pretty rubbish right now, and will probably be for the foreseeable future. And so the viewers voted through a straw poll to have me do dice for the options. You see concern in some of their faces, but very little respect. I fell off the playing board. Let's roll again. 6. Let's just wait for them to assign us a task. Everyone grows silent as you bravely meet every monster's eyes without flinching. Why should we be afraid? Elder Jadley jumps out with a roar! Run away! Run away! You try to dart up to the gap behind Jagger. The other monsters have closed in already. Unable to escape, you cower, and he laughs. They all laugh. So it goes. Yep, baby. You're an adult now. Awesome. That's great. I'm going to go ahead and get another drink. as we mow through these things, but I'll be back. Don't you worry, girlie. And then we'll go through adulthood and beyond, maybe. Well, we're becoming slime. It'll definitely be interesting. We'll have to see where it goes. No. No time game. No time game. That's a fast way to get to chain timeouts here. Prudence. Proofrock. Well then, we're gonna handle this as I do in all the other runs of Monster Loves You. We're gonna divide like half our choices from Politic with Monsters and half our choices from Explore the Whale Mist. Okay. So, let's go and get started with Politic with Monsters. That's 10 options. D10. 9. The damn broken arm event again. Spy Doctor is treating 2 injured monsters in Portland Square. She breaks off her own quills and... Oh, I guess this wasn't the one that I thought it was. Okay. I guess I'll roll a d8, because some people here might not know who the Spine Doctor is. 8. We're gonna offer to get involved. Larian, it saves me die rolls. That's why. We're gonna conduct business normally, except for the options. You join the Spine Doctor who accepts your help approvingly. How will you aid her? We're gonna offer to fetch medicine for the Spine Doctor. We got respect. Doctor nods to you and sends you to her hovel for a big clay jar. Ah. Awesome. Explore the Whale Mist. That's another 10. 6. Check it. As you explore the Whale Mist, you notice the air smells faintly of gingery bread. Birds. Birds. Gonna try the crumbs. They almost taste like a last resort. You're not starving, but if you were, they might taste better. Okay. So... we're gonna chase the birds away. Brr. Makes you feel bigger and stronger for a little while. Neat. D10. If I roll that 9 again, I'll pick. 8. All of Omen is abuzz. Elders glare angrily at everyone, then look back at the broken side of the town gate. You look down at the little piece of the sign you're holding and blush. Yes? Blistery spots the bit of sign that you're holding. Hey, don't tell anyone you broke it. It'll get fixed. This will all blow over. What's she going on about? Often accused of thinking she knows everything. This includes human cliches, all of them. To take care of this, looks like we're gonna be devious and stay silent. Nobody has any reason to blame you, so they don't. Oh, that was easy. -6 honesty, +3 cleverness. Look what Frog has. Part of the sign. Not your problem, really. Nothing to see here. -1 kindness. Oh, he's in a lot of pain. This is good tea. I don't know. We're going through this much quicker whenever I'm the one doing this instead of stopping for pulling.
Jerk.
-1 kind. You close the window, blotting out Mirror's screams. Sip. Great. That's right, Danger Lord. Okay, I roll a 6 here on this G10 again, I'll pick. It's an 8. Blood splatter. You stalk the forest, hunting an elusive swift elk. Oh, the elk! Another 6! Run away! Run away! You flee from that terrifying ungulate. Okay. D8 time? 8. So the last one. I think this is the first time we've ever ran away from the elk before. Small pack of elder monsters are huddled at the edge of Omen, watching the woods and discussing something in hushed tones. We shall listen in. Elder Hamrag is saying this could simply be a rumor. We don't know they're out there for sure. Not our problem, you know? You walk on. Okay. Two, cavernous mouth. You're following a deer in the forest when the trail comes to an abrupt end just in front of a cave entrance. The hoofprints look strange, like the deer doubled back, walking backwards in its own tracks. It's a trap! Okay, so what do you do about it, smart monster? Oh man, I wanted to fight the trap. Clearly, we turned the trap against the deer. You walk into the cave and find Hamrag, one of his famous naps.
Nerd.
The huge monster is known for its irritability when he's awakened. A twig snaps in the bushes. The deer is fleeing! We shall wait for the deer to come to us, apparently. You wait and wait, but the deer has slipped away like a shadow. Okay. Sigh. 3. Apparently we're pretty clever, yes. The snake moon is rising in the sky, and it's time to gather snakes for the ritual. Ah, yes, the snake moon. Other monsters will bring plenty of snakes. Stay home and let them do all the work. Frowny face. Meh. You're not allowed to join the circle of monsters around the snake cauldron. They know you were leeching off them. -3 respect. Oh. Sad. 1. Whatever, I'm not gonna show you. Fuck you. You're bringing home a human coat you found hanging on a tree when you see a cat waving at you. Wave back. The cat is standing on its hind legs wearing human boots and indeed is covered in human clothing artifacts. Save me! Get the wolf! Attack the wolves cautiously. Something is not right. We'll see, JW. You leap on the wolf, keeping an eye on the cat. Good thing you too, since the minute your back is turned, he tries to take the coat you found. Let the wolf go and attack the cat. You attack the cat, but he smirks and runs away at amazing speed. Maybe those boots are magical. Okay, magical boots, sure, whatever. 4. Run away! The fast sloth is tearing roofs off hovels. Oh no, the fast sloth. Too dangerous. Hide. You rush off to avoid being eaten by the fast sloth. Nash later hunts you down and calls you a coward. Alas. Another one. Dice are hot. You come upon a scene of hundreds of frogs all gathered on a stream bank. They're ribbiting back and forth in what is clearly a debate of some kind, watched by a stork. Let's just go ahead and eat the damn stork. And during the amphibian debate, you seize the stork and bite into its feathery body. I mentioned this strange event back in town. You just selected their new king for them. Nicely done. Oh, right. +5 respect. Yeah. Looking good. Looking good. If we roll a 4, I'll pick 2. Your neighbor, the elder monster. Oh, yeah, this event. We're going to follow her. As she passes on the road, some of the other elders nod to her. Then they go into her hovel and start smashing things. It's none of our business. This sounds like a personal problem. Run to your hovel. You never see her again. Okay. 1. Well, that was the same event I just picked the last time we were here in the wilderness, so I'll pick this time. I'm choosing the sword. You find a red hood in a basket in the middle of the forest path. Human house is nearby. Funny, you never noticed it before. There's a white picket fence out front. That's pretty creepy. We're gonna stay the hell away from this shit. Minuses to everything. You slink away. Blotz pokes his head over the fence and waves to you. He shouts, "We found a wolf here, full of rocks. Weird stuff. Hey, you're not afraid, are you?" Okay. Politic with monsters. 4. Which means this. You look over your garden. Garden! Yeah, how's the garden looking? Like trash. Oh, stupid rocks. We're gonna kick a rock. Dumb. Take care, Lily Ride. Ow, those rocks are surprisingly hard. Okay. And now, forget it. Be one of those monsters who doesn't care about gardens. Weeks pass, you find that other monsters have been dumping their rocks in your garden to get rid of them. Whatevs. 8. You and Nash encounter the proud bear. Yes, the bear. We're going to formulate a plan of attack against the bear. The bear seems to read your smallest motion as though you have shouted your attention. He stands on his hind legs and gives you a little bow. We're going to attack alongside Nash. The bear fights efficiently is almost a match for your Nash's frantic claw swipes. You see an in. Pounce! You leap, making every blow the best you've thrown. Suddenly he's lying. Helpless. We're going to leave the bear be. You back off and let the bear get up. He bows low to you, then totters off. Back in Omen, Nash regales everyone with stories of your bravery. You're growing old, my friend. Your body is very soft and you drip slime everywhere you go. It's getting hard to leave your hovel. Embrace your fate. A group of elders is waiting at the door of your hovel. They've seen your drippings. They know it's time for you to dissolve or ascend. Let's ask them to come back later. Nice, Larry. Know what to do. Sometimes a hero is an attorney. His name is Max McMahon. He's the one with the plan. Money and fashion, success and fame. That's the name, yeah, the name of his game. He's gotta win and reach the top. Until he's there, you know he won't stop. 'Cause he's the devil's attorney. The devil's attorney. Helping you and me. 'Cause he's the devil's attorney. The devil's attorney. Setting all his clients free. So how do you plead? Not guilty. How do you plead? Not guilty. So how do you plead? Not guilty. Max McMahon. That would be pretty tremendous if the dice did that. So Hambrag and the elders have left. You sit in your hovel, contemplating the coming change. The elders will be back soon. We're going to go to the elders. Ascend or dissolve. The elders of Omen surround you at the spawning vat. They've built a fire beneath a small cauldron. Your body is squishy and damp. Be tested. Try to ascend to elder status. It's time to decide. The masked elder claws herself. 3 drops of liquid spatter against the hot bottom of the cauldron. It doesn't matter. We'll just ask anyway. Go on. Who has already decided the fate of this monster? None of the other monsters come forward. They don't respect you very much. Aww. Choose one. Chance will guide your claw. We shall look at the stones. Each stone is stained with old blood and polished by the touch of many a paw. We shall pick one that looks good. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows one monster kneeling beside another injured monster. We will test your kindness. Huge elder carries another monster close to the cauldron. The other monster is half melted and hard to recognize. It's Nash Nash, or what's left of her. She's begun to dissolve like you, and her condition is far advanced. We have decided that Nash Nash is too violent. There is a place for pure ferocity in our world, but it must be tempered with other qualities. Regard your own soft, wobbly claws. The elder says, see her eyes, she still sees with pure rage. Perhaps you can calm her before the end. Risk your own life to save hers. You might die. Seriously. You look down at Nash Nash and realize you could tear out your own heart and use it to restore life to her body. It's insane, but it might work. Of course you're likely to die too.
Oh!
You estimate that your melting body is just resilient enough to survive if the stuff in your cauldron is good enough. Try it. 50% chance you will die, or forget it. Too dangerous. Forget it. Too dangerous. Back away from Nash Nash, she glares and snaps at you. The huge elder picks her up and heaves her into the spawning vat. That probably didn't count as a win for you, did it? One elder adds a few drops of fluid to the cauldron. Most of them just watch in silence. So in shrieks in the distance, all eyes turn in that direction. You realize you can peek under the stones if you're quick. We shall resist the temptation. You wait a moment, the shrieking dies away, all the elders turn back to watch you. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster holding one claw up. Speaking intently, the masked elder says, ah, honesty. But you have just passed the test. Smile and nod. The portentous infusion. We shall look in it first. It's half blood and half slime. At least some of the elders support us. Looks like that's all we're getting here. You drink and alas, you must dissolve now. You wade into the spawning vat. It's cool and green, and you feel the aches and pains of your body melting away, along with your body. Your hide is absorbed by the surrounding slime. Tiny morsels swim closer to the new source of nourishment. Ah, relief. Your last thoughts begin to form, even as your brain disintegrates. We shall remember the actions we took in life. As your body unravels in the slime, you dream of fighting and eating and screaming. Your body is gone now. You are a dream of ferocity. Seasons from now, a morsel will claw its way through the wooden wall of the spawning vat. The spark in its glistening eye will be you. The end. We have dissolved into ferocity, as Nash did, effectively. Those were our final scores. Didn't do that bad. And that honesty test. I mean, we're trash at honesty, but, you know, we passed the honesty test all the same. Could have saved Nash. Instead, we became ferocity. A dream. A dream of ferocity. Had pretty good stats, though, for the dice. Farewell, ferocious monster. Your essence will become part of all monsters from here until the end of time, for what it's worth. Well, we saw a new ending, at least. That's cool. It's not letting me click anywhere on the wheel, though. Which is odd, because it's always allowed me to do that before. There's your credits, by the way. Look at those. That's great. Okay. I'll go ahead and create another straw poll right now. Because we finished that pretty quick. And would you like to see another dice run of this game? Yes. Let's move on. There you go, Chad. I'll give you a few minutes to vote on that. Your options are yes, for seeing another dice run of this game, which we'll do within a few minutes, or if you don't, we'll just move on to the next game of the list. Didn't do awful, but not as much respect as we could have had as a monster. Probably could have saved Nash, though. We could have done a lot of things. But that is the path the dice chose for us. And so we moved on to do other things. Yes, this is definitely a close vote. Some folks enjoying the experience, and others are like, just, you know, this is a cool, neat thing, maybe, I guess, but we can do more. Also, do keep in mind that should we proceed with the rest of the marathon, with the schedule, that will result in me turning off the soundboard, because we are going to be going into games I have not played before. So if the soundboard's the primary reason why you're here, do note that it will be deactivated. Because I've not played Dungeon Souls or the new, relatively new, Death Rally before. It's not the same without Chucklefuck Democracy, you know? It does add a quality to it whenever it's... Wouldn't it be fucking funny if the vote was divided 50-50 by the end, and it was just all resolved by the roll of a die? I'll let it go for like another 2 minutes. No worries, though. No need to be in a rush. Broadcast has been running for 6 hours. Of course, gameplay started a bit into the broadcast after I cast my summoning ritual and was buried with my money. Hell, we might do another run of Westerado Double Barrel today. Speaking of a Western, that was pretty fun whenever I played that on Wednesday. Finished that run. 50-50. It'll all come down to a die roll. Try not to shoot up the saloon this time. No promises. No promises. It would be fitting if it all came down to a roll of a die, huh? And then after I say time's up and start to roll, people will be like, no! Someone else voted! There's no need for a die roll. I know, that 4 aces thing was complete and utter bullshit. Not that much time left. No, sheep. It has not gone too far. What you up to today, man? Just chillaxing? You got any gaming in your heart today, sheep? Maybe gonna play something interesting, some Crusader Kings 2, some Kerbal Space Program. Because I might kick these viewers your way if you are. Alright, SMW, by the way, is someone who's been on the channel, my YouTube channel, for occasionally. He is a role player, and he's participated in quite a few role-playing games I've ended up recording. Of course, as Aurelia, excuse me. Aurelia and Thomas in the 13th Age game I ran. He was Zenzix, some drow ranger in the Throne of Night game. He was Alvin, the gnome thief, in the Summer of Fun. I think that's all the ones that got recorded to my channel. Role-playing with him off and on for a number of years. And whenever he's a relatively new broadcaster, he's on YouTube on How to Remember Hall. He's broadcasted like this Crusader Kings 2 game where he had a horse lord, and he was running the kingdom using a horse, I do believe. Sure, Fluffy. Anyway, that's definitely time. Past time for the vote ending, and it looks like 17 votes to 16. Let's move on. So be it. The tie was broken. In that case, that's the end of this local recording, YouTube.